they should be fairly safe, or do you think there's definitely a chance that RNG could get on top of GH in this lane?
If you get caught by an arrow, you're probably dead. Unless you're inside of the creep wave.
Oh, mid lane.
GH can't.
Oh, it's close. It's very, very close. Setsu will come out on top of that attempt from Weeha. Both of them trying to go for that first blood. Setsu's going to win it off the bottom lane.
There's that arrow.
RNG, they make the connection. As they get GH, Miracle chased down, will be able to get back behind the tower. They won't dive any further. But a quick 2 kills from RNG to kick these lanes off as they find...
And even though bottom, we said that they were going to get pressured, they did get killed that one time. Miracle's still able to secure some farm versus the Centaur with the IO bank.
They're trying on mid. We are very low as Alpha's going to come in looking to dive for 2 of them. Aphotic shield on Setsu, allowing him to continue to chase. We are trying for the jukes in the trees, and Kuro, he's just slamming down onto Setsu, punching him with a big old stapler. Chains are back up.
He's got a spirit and a stomp, Setsu. He's going to have to juke this one out. He's got the slide.
He's not going to use it.
To get it.
Didn't even turn to try and go for the slide dodge. Would have been hard to do.
It would have been hard because it's only level 1, but...
Now Kuro, he's looking to run down another. Arfu's in trouble. He's being sandwiched in by the 2 of them. Wrap around from Weeha, pops the mango.
Find Arfu as well.
They'll get the both of them. Liquid getting themselves their first 2 kills in the game. And with those catches around the mid lane, another death on Setsu. Sure, he didn't die earlier, but he was pushed out of lane, so it's more time where Weeha's going to have that advantage.
Kuroki.
Wants to get this wraparound on Lanham. They've got the 3 of them here, Liquid. Lanham actually ends up juking past, and they'll look towards Flyby. He's a bit of a tankier hero to go for, but tossing him back into the rocket barrage will start to bring him low. He'll pop the stick charges, missiles on the way over. We are slapping him down with the tree.
And he has an arcane rune.
They'll get the kill. Flyby's gone. A successful rotation from Weeha. Manages to open up that bottom lane to be back in a bit of Liquid's favor. Mid lane, dive onto Kuro. Stomp will slow down Setsu momentarily, but the shield gets it back off. He can jump forward with the Remnant. Kuro slowly burning down to the Flame Guard. A couple of Remnants from Setsu will seal the deal.
Looks like they want to actually have a better matchup here in that mid, as Weeha just continues to roam around and try to set up for kills. Come on,
Lanham trying to turn a bit, give a bit of damage back the way of Weeha.
Uh-oh. Setsu, he got too over-aggressive.
Whoa! He's dead.
Now Apu.
He's straight up dead. Liquid just turning around to Setsu. I mean, I don't know what he was trying for there. Walking right on top of the Centaur, perhaps. Get that silence on him, make sure there's no stampede save for the rest of the team. Moonlight Shadow used from RNG. They'll set up for the 10-minute runes. Mono will be able to take it right away from Weeha. No detection, of course, on himself. And in fact, RNG, they're the ones to strike. They'll look towards Kuro. Kuro's dead. In comes the backup. Miracle and GH trying to turn things around. Setsu has Remnant ready to throw up to the high ground. They'll get themselves away from the relocate.
We'll have to watch that one if Monet is able to stick on targets.
Still a very close early game. Both teams
so many rotations.
Sort of mirroring the pressure of one another. Dive in on the top tower will be responded to by TPs coming in. They're looking for mind control. He gets the crippling fear out. They're silencing them all in the AoE. Toss back now the combo from Miracle. He'll look forward to Monet, but Monet's rage is up. He'll turn, knock down onto mind control. They're bringing him low with a missed coil, but not quite enough damage to bring down the Night Stalker, as Liquid will stay all alive. See if they can chase and find anyone on the retreat. Stomp doesn't quite catch Arfu. Arfu, he's not going to come back in. RNG wants to try and take this fight. They're on top of Weeha. Ult gets sent down by Kuro to split up the chase. Another shield from Arfu buys him some time, but again, another deny from Arfu. Every single time taking away that chance for Liquid to get a bit of golden XP, as he's hitting these missed coils perfectly. It just seems we're seeing Liquid's lineup trying to chase for a lot of kills with a lot of heroes, but they're just struggling to find the grab. There's so many ways for RNG to get away from them. Mike's now trying to play with the fear, but RNG, they're ready to turn Setsu. Beautiful jump in from outside of the silence, gets back in, sets up for the lockdown onto Kuro. They'll come in with the old Stampede Jews to get themselves out of the initial team fight of Liquid. We are back in on the front lines, goes for the avalanche line. I'm able to turn with the burst. Miracle healed up by GH for Setsu. He's got the grab with the chains onto mind control. Liquid are having to back off. Another big slide of fist hits them all as Setsu continues the chase. Arfu's on the front line, but they turn. He's silent. The crippling fear causing issues for Arfu, and now Setsu, he's falling low. The silence will end just in time, allowing Setsu to get back over to the prepared Remnant in the way. Going for the TP. Mind control nearly finding him to get the vision for that Void, but he will get out. Arfu, the only one to fall.
As soon as that Stampede gets popped, they can choose to go for which targets they want, and they just have so much front line that they can just close in onto those targets. They didn't get on top of GH's IO though, so he was able to get a lot of sustain for his team as well.
Toss back here onto Arfu. They've got the sleep on both him and Sensu. Sensu's going to try and help out, but Arfu's already dead. Now they're on top of Sensu. Missile's headed his way. Should be fine. He's got the 3 remnants. With him back behind the tower, he'll get out of there. Liquid with the full 5-man, ready to put some pressure on mid.
They're just using that nighttime. They want to keep this pressure going. They have Crippling Fear up in 5 seconds again.
Looking for the wraparound. The balls will hit. They know that someone's hidden. They've popped the dust. Sentries down. They have the vision on Flyby. Lanham's going to try and help out with the arrow connection onto Mike's job. A miracle. There's the ult coming down. Monet Rage and an escape from him. He cannot stand tall for the fight, but Setsu's going to try and jump in and look for the cleanup. Chains onto both Weeha and Kuro. Kuro drops down the ult to split them up, and Weeha's in with the combo. On to Setsu. Setsu's out of matter. Setsu's dead. He overcommits and gets punished heavily by Liquid.
You have to be really careful when you commit forward like that. There's so much burst damage. Sure, you have Flame Guard, but you're playing versus Gyrocopter with Tiny with the natural order. We mentioned it during the draft. You do have to be a bit cautious there when you commit forward. And GH, he's... So that's definitely going to cause problems, as we may see early BKBs get picked up after their first damage items on the side of RNG, just to deal with that Crippling Fear. Miracle.
Look for the wraparound. Arrow to follow up. They'll jump in, but again, GH in with the tether, starting to give Miracle the sustain he needs to turn and look to try and fight back. Arfu's the focus. Borrow time. We'll borrow him enough to get over the river, but the ball's slapping into the side of him, slowing him down. Arfu this time will not be able to deny himself. Miracle now dominating as Liquid are coming out on top of these little skirmishes.
They're really taking advantage of the nighttime.
Onto Setsu. Have they got the damage during this amount of silence and lockdown? The stomp setup is getting Weeha in close. He's in with the combo. Setsu tries to throw out the round and will be able to jump down to the low ground. Arrow holds back Weeha, but Liquid, they're chasing onwards. The homing missiles going the way of Setsu. It's pretty deep behind the tier 2 tower, so RNG will want to try and fight back. The combo's out from Flyby with the back heel. They're back up to pretty much full Liquid. They're diving in towards the tier 3s. Weeha's in with the combo. They've killed on Setsu and Lanham. Setsu buys back, desperately wanting to turn this around and punish Liquid for their dive. As Weeha gets left behind by the rest of the team, Liquid getting everybody else out of there, as it seems. Kuro will TP out right underneath the nose of Arfu.
Flyby does have a blink now, though, for RNG, so as we were saying, they had the Stampede and they had the Ember Spirit in order, and even the Marauder to get on top of that IO.
Gonna try and fight. Looking at Miracle, but GH is going to be around to be able to save it. TP's coming in for the shrine. They're committing a lot onto this Gyro, but there's the easy tear. The GH just comes across. They'll just start to turn things around. They've got the chase on towards Monet. Stampede will be used to get them out of there, but Flyby's left behind. The Centaur will fall. And Arfu, he doesn't look to be in much of a better situation. They're running him down. Liquid, again, just punishing any attempt from RNG to look for a fight. RNG going for a very awkward play there, moving over to Liquid's triangle and trying to initiate on this Gyrocopter, who had all the backup in the world.
They're trying to make stuff happen during the daytime, but Dark Ascension gets popped, and then it's pretty much nighttime. I mean, it is nighttime when he does do that, and they can just look to take those fights pretty easily, especially when they have a high ground advantage. It's looking really hard for RNG right now. It's just the Lifestealer who's really been able to...
It's just totally different. It's not even close.
Weeha, a bit far up here. Reload kick's coming out, though. Liquid, they want to fight this.
Tanky is going to have the fight buff off it up, and Weeha stepping away. Monet won't be able to finish him off even with the rage committed, and now the turnaround. Miracle goes with the 3-man call out, throwing the ball, crippling fear out onto Monet. Monet stopped up by Kuro. The Lifestealer's dead, and all coming into play is going to easily set up for another as they'll jump forward towards Arfu. Liquid just cleaning up RNG every single fight.
He's got to just beeline toward GH. But
even with the
do they have dust?
And with the mech and with the glimmer cape,
yeah, they need
GH is going to feel pretty safe.
Yeah, they're going to need ways to find him in the back.
They're just going to toss mind control in. They're ready to drive straight into the base. There's the commitment with the BKB. Setsu, he's trying to get on top of GH, but he cannot. The physical damage out from Miracle, it's too high. Setsu has to back out immediately as Miracle just cleans them up.
They will get mind control, though. But Miracle's still holding his ground.
They're feeling strong. Weeha's going to get the jump in onto another. Lanham's found out the jump, looking for the backline. Can they kill him? GH is getting lit up. Finally get the IO. Now they've got to look to try and clean up more. Miracle turns towards Setsu, and buyback comes out from Flyby. Skura goes for the TP out. Change will cancel it. RNG pushing back Liquid. See if they can find any of the big kills. Both Weeha and Miracle would be a bit of a dream for RNG to catch, but looks like they'll both have the speed to get themselves out of there. Does RNG Opting to look for the fights on the high ground rather than trying to poke around these tier 2 defenses.
He's going to clean up the shrine. Aegis is going to be reclaimed in about 10 seconds.
Coming
RNG,
out.
trying to take advantage of that timing.
Look at the arrow connection onto Miracle. With that Aegis and Satanic, he really isn't the target they want to try and find. Monet pops the wounds. He's trying to poke on a Miracle, but with the evasion as well, Miracle just isn't taking much damage at all. They'll surround him. Lanham's going to pounce out. The
Monet.
Crippling Fear, it's on top of Monet. Monet, he's dead for 70 seconds. And with the missile chase down up to Flyby, Liquid's going to look for more. Miracle has the damage. Double kill for Miracle as there's 3 dead on RNG.
Setsu, he has no remnants. He's got one up in about 2 seconds.
And this
The Crippling
silence,
Fear again.
it's so destroying for the heroes of RNG. Setsu has got buyback, but both Flyby and Monet cannot return to the game.
Forcing so many buybacks. Miracle's still holding his ground here. They don't have creeps though, so these Rexes, they are healing. Creeps will start coming in. RNG trying to set up for something here.
Can they do anything with just the 3 of them?
Lanham wants the back. He wants Kuroki.
He's got the connection. Jumps in with a burst. It's one of the backliners down. RNG. And they chase for more. Liquid. They are retreating. Lanham's hunting. And Liquid. I think we're just
RNG,
getting.
they're not able to get the fights.
No, RNG's just getting a bit of a reminder that if you let Liquid get the Gyro-IO combination,
Yep.
you're not going to have an easy game.
Monet, gotta be careful. This is a incredibly farmed gyrocopter.
I mean, there's 5 heroes up, but they just cannot stop Miracle from
Arrow.
taking these buildings.
They were trying to set up for a toss back play onto the Crippling Fear. Mind control and set it up for Weehaw when he jumped.
I mean, the racks are just falling.
It's just dropping.
They've got
He wants
5
to jump
heroes
back.
up. What are they going to do? They're now going to try and look for the jump. The commitment on to GH. They're focusing the Isle and get him. The Isle's gone. Instant buyback for GH as they look to rejoin the team. We are jumped past the racks and look at the start of the fight behind it all. They'll pop the flag, hit the racks. They could still get the racks as this is sort of a point of the game where sure they can kill off GH. But at this point of the game, the rest of Liquid are more than happy to fight without that
That's
Isle.
silence. He has that BKB. He's just dead. He's dead for 110 seconds.
Drastic plays, frustration from RNG there for sure. They felt that they had to go for something big. That you can kind of understand why he would try for that, but he has no buyback. And sort of going for a play like that in itself is sort of the same as typing GG in the all chat. As this game is looking pretty rough and impossible for RNG to recover from. As their best bet, it's going to have to be looking toward game 2. This game 1, Liquid with a superior draft that's just proven impossible to break down in any of the fights. There it is. GG is called. Liquid, they'll take game 1. Gyro and Io, Miracles Gyro 12-0-11. And GH with the 2-4-20. It was a clean game from Liquid.